honored to be here, very honored, and to follow this. But yes, I have been with Arms Wide, my husband and I, for 36 years. Our oldest adopted child is 34 now, and believe it or not, our youngest are 7 and 8. In November, we adopted 2 little girls that we had for almost 3 years. And we were to a point in our lives of completely retiring. My husband just had retired from the Houston Fire Department after 40 years as chief of EMS. And I myself was a paramedic for 18 years with Jersey Village, where we live. But this opportunity came up with the girls, and after we'd had them so long, and they had been through so much trauma, we went to our grown children and we said, do we have your support? By all means, Mom and Dad, and we've got your back. So we now have a just turned 7 and 8-year-old on top of grown children, 14 grandchildren, and 17 children. There is never a dull moment, never. We have a huge Christmas and huge Easters. We just had 57 at our house for Easter, where I had egg hunts for children and adults and piñatas for children and adults. It's so much fun, and my children love it. And I could tell stories all day about all the children I've had. My husband and I have had everything from preemies to toddlers up to 5 years old, 6 years old, and we've respite cared for some that were 7 and 8 years old. It's a journey. It's a journey I couldn't have done without a wonderful husband and family and a support system. I live in Jersey Village and attend Foundry United Methodist Church. My church is behind me. My neighbors are behind me. My friends are behind me, and they support me. I've had friends to go on and follow in my footsteps. One, a dear friend that is also with Arms Wide, that walked this journey with me for years, and now she's been with them for about 10 years. And it's a journey that's impossible to explain to you, but it's a calling. And I was called to do this with my husband. Never in a million years did I dream our family would be this large, and never did I believe we would be so blessed. But it's absolutely incredible. About 2 years ago, one of our foster children that we had from the time he was about 6 weeks old from a horrific abuse situation, and I had him till he was about 13, 14 months old. I got this phone call, and he said, "Are you Debbie Muery? And did you foster? And do you still foster?" And I said, "I do." And he said, "Well, my name is Michael." And baby Michael had come to me then, and he said, "I want to meet you." And so he come to our home and brought his wife and 2 children, and he's a registered RN trauma nurse in Dallas. And it was so ironic of the field that my husband and I had been in for him to have this. And he said, "I had to meet you." He said, "My mom told me wonderful stories about you and the time that I was in care with you for the visits that we would have." And he said, "I had to meet you to bring it all full circle." And it was an incredible time in our lives to be so honored that he would come back and want to be a part of us. And today, he's still a part of us. He comes back and he visits us now and then, and it's just so beautiful. But I stand before you to tell you these stories, and I could tell you so many more that Kevin and I have done together as a team. But more than anything, I want you to understand how wonderful Arms Wide is. Arms Wide has been there for us through thick and thin. They've been to my children's weddings. They've been to other things that my children have done and accomplished that we've adopted, and biological. They're behind us all the way. It's a team, and it takes a team to do this. And they're there for me. They're there for us through thick and thin. They're there to support us. And without you guys supporting what they do, it wouldn't be possible. We need the donations. We need your love and your care to help us to keep going and doing what we do. I plan to basically retire from what we're doing now, but to stay as a mentor with the agency and to do functions like this, or to be able to share our story with you guys. And I just appreciate every single one of you that are here today. I appreciate Tori and Frank Billingsley to do what they've done to support our agency. I appreciate it, and I thank you all.